is y'all's interview with DFW Undercover. How are y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks.
Awesome.
Thanks for having. Nobody's ever asked. That's awesome. Appreciate it. And who are we sitting with? Who are you guys?
We're Drayter. Yeah.
Are y'all sure?
We're Drayter.
You're Drayter.
All right. Well, starting off with your name and what you do in the band.
My name is Drayter, and I am the bass player.
Cole Schwartz, and I play guitar.
Nisa Garcia, and I sing.
Brandon Pertzborn, and I drum.
Awesome. What do y'all think of the show y'all played tonight at the Pavilion? What do y'all think of the Pavilion?
I thought it was pretty awesome. It's a sweet new venue.
Yeah,
I like it a lot, actually.
I definitely think it's a good place for kids nowadays that are younger, that not necessarily the parents would want them to go to a place that serves alcohol because of their age, or that the club will not let them in because they're under 18.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a great new venue for kids to come experience some awesome music.
Yeah.
So sound was good.
Oh yeah, it's cool because you walk in, everyone's really welcoming, really nice, hospitable. But it's also there's also heavy bands here. And usually when you think of heavy bands, you associate just anger and just people being mean. I don't know, like parents might.
People.
But yeah, you walk in. Yeah, you walk in.
Everyone's super nice.
Super nice,
Yeah.
hospitable, welcoming, and
sound guy.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
the sound is amazing.
Yeah.
Sound sounds
At least to us.
Yeah,
At least to us, yeah.
Sounded good on stage. I don't know
We're
about you
good
guys.
on stage. When we were listening to other bands, it was
Sounds great.
Sounds
to me.
great, yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about what y'all have coming up. Y'all are fixing to do a little Stinton tour with who?
Stone
Sour.
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 Y'all looking forward to that?
totally.
It should be very exciting.
I'm excited.
A lot of preparation.
A lot, yeah.
So much.
It's
Are you nervous?
not really.
More excited nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens to me personally is I get nervous to go on stage, and then that first note hits, and it's like,
All the nerves just leave.
yeah.
Yeah, I never get nervous up becoming to the show, and then right when we get on stage, that's when I get all nervous. And then, like Trayden said, once you hit the first note, it's gone. So I'm nervous for 5 seconds total.
No, that's cool, and I hear that you guys just want to play music. You don't care if you play for 5 people, you play for 1,500
Oh, no.
people.
Doesn't
You are
matter.
just
It's not.
No.
you just want to play.
You just love playing music, and
Yeah.
especially playing it together. That's what.
If we're playing in our rooms by ourselves or just playing in front of 1,000 people, we just love music. And I can say that I can speak for everyone. on
Everybody.
that.
We have a passion for it.
Yeah, so.
It's unexplainable.
Yep.
And y'all are young. Who's the oldest in this group?
19.
19.
Dang, he's old.
And
So-
we're 3 of us are 16.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
For real.
I can show you my
For
license.
real.
For real.
For real.
That is awesome, man. So, what are your influence as young people? What music really got you into where you are now?
So
It's a funny question because whenever I think of it, I'm like, well, what really got me started on music? And it's like all those video games that came out, like Guitar Hero and all the different guitar playing video games that you would, Rock Band and all that. All that music that they had on there between like Nirvana and grunge and alternative music and even metal and hard rock. That's kind of what I feel really got me going with the music, just starting with music in general and playing guitar and playing bass and just all of that. I think that really helped influence me just start playing music in general. So
Very cool.
For me, music has always been a really big part of my family. My uncle is a guitarist, and he does an acoustic, sort of duo type thing. And my grandfather played the flute in a band up until his 80s. And so music has always just been a popular thing in my family. So I just kind of took after that sort of by seeing them play. Just kind of inspired me to play. And then learning from my uncle, and my family members, and you know, like he said, like Guitar Hero and stuff, and my dad showing me videos of like Kiss and stuff that really got me fired up. And I remember I had this one Kiss video my dad bought me. It was like Alive in '95, I think it was, or some year, Alive and something. And I probably watched that video 10,000 times. And I had my first real guitar was a Sunburst Les Paul because I wanted to be like Ace Frehley, and I would just sit in my room, and I didn't have a strap, so I had like I used to play hockey, so I used like hockey tape to like a makeshift strap, and it would always fall and crush my big toes and stuff. But it was worth it. I just spent like the days like jamming, trying to like learn how to be like Kiss, because that was really like my first, you know, big band that was like bigger than life to me, at least.
That's awesome. I love
Yeah.
Kiss.
I saw him second row at AC. It was some guy gave me some tickets.
I met them, actually I went backstage and met a good portion of them. The only one I didn't meet, actually, since it was the new, I met all of them. I met all four. I met all four of the two new guys and the two original guys. And I mean, it was ridiculous just being able to be that close to like literally living legends, just like to sit there and just like, wow. I mean, it's indescribable.
For me, I'm different. I grew up listening to pop and country and stuff like that, and I think I was 15 when I started listening to rock, and I really got into it. These guys have definitely helped with that, like,
Oh
you know,
yeah, whether you like it or not.
Great travel.
Yeah.
But I mean, definitely, some of my biggest influences are definitely, or inspirations, are my family, because like Cole, I grew up around music. My grandpa is a guitar player and a singer, and I'm Mexican. I'm half Mexican, so the whole Mexican side of my family is just so musical, and you know, I loved that about my family, so I did take after that. But I took it on a whole new level to where I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. They just did it for fun, but not me. I took it very seriously, so that's definitely mine.
Awesome.
I'm the only one in my whole family tree that plays anything music. So kind of unlike their stories. Yeah, when 6th grade hit, it seems like all the kids either did athletics or band. And I already played hockey, which the school, it wasn't involved with the school, it was separate. So I had to do either like football or basketball or do band. So I picked band. I started in 6th grade, just started drums. I just did it for fun. Then once 9th grade hit high school, I mean, I would just go home and play I got home at 4 o'clock, I'd play till I had to go to bed at like 10 o'clock. I'd play for at least 5 hours a day. It's all I did. And then once I got into my junior year, I decided this is what I want to do, like my career. I have a passion I cannot even explain.
Yeah.
Even now, every spare minute I get goes into just either drumming, playing guitar, playing piano. I want to learn anything I can. Yeah, so that's my story. Writing music.
So, who's your favorite drummer?
Oh man,
Just one. I know you got.
Yeah,
one.
I'm a huge fan of Chad Smith,
Yeah.
the Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's like what I guess.
Surprise.
That's what really sparked my
Surprise.
I want to be as good as I can be, because I see a guy like him. But there's not a band that I don't like. I draw inspiration from everyone, even these 3 or 4 other bands that played today. Watched all their drummers, and I'll be like, oh, look Ghost Note he did, or this thing he did. Even guitar players, I draw inspiration from guitar players. So anyone, but if I had to pick, Chad Smith and John Bonham.
Oh wow.
Definitely.
Well,
Obviously, I'm a drummer who's not going to say John Bonham.
that's insane. That's passion. You'll actually go.
yeah.
You're listening to the history of music
Yeah.
to become where you are today.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to like hear something kind of pathetic, what Cole and I used to do when we were younger, I mean, we've been friends since like 2nd grade. We've been friends forever. So what we used to do is we would go and like we would hang out and we'd have like sleepovers or whatever. We would literally just watch. Whatever.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, whatever. It's like 3rd, 4th grade. we would literally just sit and we would watch old Van Halen footage and we would watch old Metallica footage, and it's like, that's pathetic.
The
but
Van Halen,
it's so
Van Halen
fun.
Live Without a Net DVD. Probably same with the Kiss video. Actually, probably more than that one. That Van Halen video, we memorized everything.
Every song,
all the
we memorized the
transitions,
set,
all the set list.
the ridiculous bass solo that Michael Anthony did with
We
his
just
Jack Daniels bass.
And every time it was still fresh to us, and every single time we watched it, we still were like in awe, and we like, we're excited for the next thing that was coming up, and we would just like totally geek out over like every single thing. So that was like something that really like we spent a lot of like our middle school time like sort of like geeking out over those like classic bands and stuff, to say the less.
That's cool though, with me, I actually got to see them in their prime.
Oh, so jealous.
I hate you.
I grew up in the 80s. Come on, man.
I wish I did.
Jealous, yeah.
Totally wish I did.
Oh, y'all wish y'all were in the 80s?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the 80s.
I always say-
I always say I wish I was born like in the early
70s?
no. I wish I was born in the early 60s, so
Oh,
that you're like
yeah.
a teenager through the 70s, you're in your 20s through the 80s, and then by the time it's the
The
90s, you're like
90s.
30. That's prime.
Yeah,
That is fun. That's like the best.
That's perfect.
Classic-
You get all the
classic
music.
rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get hair metal,
Uh-huh.
you get
Yeah.
grunge,
And then
Come on,
new
what
metal.
more can you
Yeah.
Yeah, new metal. Yeah.
yeah, chorus,
So-
all the good.
Y'all have a heck of a future ahead of you.
I
Thank
think
you so much.
I speak for the rest of these guys and girl when I say that we take this extremely seriously, and by all means we're not certainly in it to try to be a local band, and we're not trying to like sound like cocky, like something like, oh, we're better than everybody else, but we really do take the time and the passion to give it our all, like 150%, because we do want this to be our lives, and we're willing to give up everything in our lives to make this happen and like our reality. And I've always been a believer that if you put in a lot of dedication and a lot of time and effort, that you will get the results you want. So we're just really pushing each other with each rehearsal and even out of rehearsal. Just whether it be a simple text with each other, or like for example, like me and Trajan would FaceTime and we'd practice our song, and so we'd FaceTime and whatnot, just so we could have them that much tighter.
Yeah.
Just really giving it our all.
Well, you treat it as a business.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yes.
And that's where
Coworkers
that's
right
where
here.
it's gonna. Yeah,
Yeah, we're
exactly. A
coworkers.
team.
Yeah.
You're. Yes, exactly. And that's good. I'm glad. And it's awesome to see young band actually understands business.
Yeah.
You are learning business.
It's just-
You're doing business.
It's
You
very
dress business. You
Definitely.
dress the profession.
It's very unfortunate how there's so much talent nowadays, especially even in this Dallas local scene, that is undiscovered, or doesn't have some of the luxuries that we're very fortunate to have, and so we try to utilize everything that we have to try to be the best that we can possibly be, because the music industry is very cruel, and it's not easy to, you're either like nobody or you're somebody. So there's really no in-between stage. So we really just want to cross over that boundary and definitely have this our entire life.
Definitely.
Well, even though I know where you want to go national, but even though you're still a local
International.
band, and you always will be a local band in the Dallas scene.
Yeah.
So talking about local music, what other I know you'll have friends that are local in local
Yeah.
bands.
Oh, yeah.
So let's
I'd say probably some bands that bands that we like.
yeah, bands you like, people you really
I
really
definitely think Son of Swan.
Yeah.
They're I feel
So
like
good.
Neil Swanson, the guitarist and vocalist, because they don't have one, so his guitar is vocals pretty much. He's a truly innovative guitarist, and
We both
there's-
take lessons from
yeah,
him.
and I haven't seen something. I've seen instrumental acts that are really good, and there's a lot of really great players, but there's nothing that really has a commercial sort of edge to it with instrumental, like Son of Swan does, because they have like awesome solos, like sweet like riffs and stuff, but they still mix in like electronic stuff, so where it's like poppy and catchy, and it's almost like someone singing to you. So I think that's really something fresh and something that the Dallas scene has been needing for a while.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Speaking of instrumental, Polyphia. I know we all love Polyphia.
Yes.
I bought their Axe Effects. Shout out to Polyphia.
I think the best music is local.
Yeah, I saw the Dead Mockingbirds about probably 6 months ago. I think it was in Fort Worth, and they blew my mind. They're just
So
straight up rock and roll.
Yeah, we actually interviewed them.
Oh, I love them. I love them. I saw them. It's just like awesome, just rock and roll.
And then I think some really great a great heavy band is Azura. They're really heavy, and I just like love that stuff. So I think they're all great guys, and they've helped us out, at South by So What, which we played earlier on this year,
Yes.
or last year I should say. But they're just great guys, and they write great, awesome music. Just like jam out to.
Cool.
Yeah, awesome.
What about you? I mean, who else?
They said it for me. I mean,
That was it?
And you like
Yeah.
what was that funk band that you're saying
The
she likes?
FNAs.
Yeah, she likes.
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
that's-
those guys are
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Those are all awesome.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Shout out to them too.
yeah.
I think
You have a wide variety.
we've played with, countless bands. We did, like 80 shows and however long, I can't even remember. We've played a bunch of shows in Dallas, and I think whenever the bands copy over, like when we'll play with bands multiple times, I think that's always a really fun experience because we'll get to see the same guys more than once in this band environment, which I think is when everyone kind of shows their true colors. And you just really get to see how great of guys most of everyone is, and like on a stage presence and just back, in the backstage or in the green room, and you're just like hanging out. Just in the end, I think the Dallas music scene for the bands are
There's a
really
lot of
cool guys.
there's a lot of people that are
cool
really
guys
cool and
and girls.
nice,
Definitely.
really nice
Sure.
to us, and just it's all around good time. But then there is the people that aren't and kind of have big egos, which is
Not so nice.
not so nice.
Yeah.
But we, nothing you can do about it. We just try to have the best attitude and keep good vibes all around.
So what do y'all think of what we do, DFW Undercover?
I think it's great. I think definitely it's a great opportunity, for more local bands to get
Bit of
more
spotlight.
exposure.
More exposure, yeah.
I definitely think that there's been Dallas has been needing that for a while.
Oh yeah.
It's like I said earlier with the local scene. It's either you're someone or you're nobody. So this gives the bands that are really trying to make it, like ourselves, I think, a chance to branch out to some more people and stuff. So I think it's great.
I think so many good local bands come in and out because they'll come in, it'll be great, they're playing shows, and then they get burnt out because something doesn't happen within a year, 2 years, 3 years, and then once they give up, it's kind of like, well, that was you guys had an opportunity, you just got to keep pushing. And so I think with the Undercover thing, it's just a great opportunity for all these bands to get a little bit of a spotlight and get shown to the rest of everybody. Rest of everybody.
This is the World Wide Web, probably
Yeah,
the
the
world.
World Wide Web.
Yeah.
www.
Well, and that's what we're trying to do. We try to be more personal. I mean, I sat with y'all for what, good 20 minutes when we talked. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to get to know you guys.
Yeah, for sure. I think
And we want to get to know you.
Yeah.
Because
I always
we like you.
I always think I really enjoy talking to people in the scene because a lot of people have great stories and stuff to tell, and a lot of them are just like really cool people to talk to. So if you're in a local band, talk to other local bands.
Talk to
That's
us.
Talk to us.
Go to your merch tables and ask everyone to come out and talk to you because
It's a good way
it's a
to
fun-
talk to your fans and to get to know them, and it's a good way to, tell these other local bands about yourselves, and then I'm sure they will go and tell their friends and then their friends will go tell their friends. You know, it's just like a change.
Everyone helping each other.
Yeah.
The only one
Community.
problem with the number one problem I think I have with Dallas's music scene. I'm not by any means naming any bands, but I think it's kind of there's really no point when bands like bash each other if they're all local bands.
Yeah, what is that?
And
cool.
you know, they're all at the same level. They're all trying to get the same thing.
Playing for the
Yeah.
same, playing on,
Yeah.
all playing on the same team.
Like, yeah. So
Yeah.
like for us, I mean, we never talk bad about a band. We never, you know, don't talk to them after a show. Never give them like some sort of attitude.
No
Just because,
competition.
you know, yeah. I mean, there's no reason to. We're all,
Yeah.
you know, we all want the same thing, and why not help your friends out?
We
Yeah.
all love the same thing. That's
I mean,
music.
you
know,
can obviously tell people in other bands have the same passion we do.
Definitely.
And so,
It's just a different level.
yeah. Yeah. Totally.
And it's called unity for a reason.
Of course.
And I think when if bands get hurt, like get their feelings hurt or something because maybe they're not I don't think it's based on like skill level or based on anything. I think if a band's on a different level, it's a matter of luck and it's a matter of how hard you try and it's just a matter of effort and it's just like it's all based on just things that were within your own band. It doesn't have to do with the other people, like the other bands around you.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, we can't control how other bands do and vice versa.
Exactly.
So it's based on yourself and what you can do together as a group.
You're fidgety. You are definitely a drummer.
Air drum right now.
He's just like moving and he's like, oh man, I want to play drum.
This is air drumming.
No, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one last thing. I know you have a website, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Would y'all like to tell fans that-
www.drayter.com.
DRAYTER.
Yep.
And then dot and then com COM.
So it's
3
not,
Ws.
it's not Drayter, it's Drayter.
I was like, oh, okay.
All right.
And y'all have Facebook.
Facebook.
Yes, Facebook,
There's an Instagram, Twitter.
www.facebook.com
Let's spell it out.
/Drayter.
Not Drayter.
Drayter.
And then our Instagram name and Twitter name is Drayter. So
And if you don't know how to
Easy.
spell those,
There'll be a link.
DRAYTER.
if this is online, there'll be a link somewhere down here, up there, somewhere around there. You can find the stuff. I've always wanted to say that.
I know.
Is there anything else you would like to tell your fans or soon hopefully more fans? Anything else you would like anybody else to know?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
I definitely would like to say for anyone who supported us since the beginning, we really appreciate it because we honestly, even where we are now, we would definitely not be anywhere without the support of everyone who's like followed us and stuff. And so, major props and thank yous to everyone who's followed us. And to these knuckleheads.
No.
No, I think we appreciate every single like we get on Facebook, every follow we get on Instagram and Twitter. We appreciate every single one of them because that's one more person that supports us, and that means so much to us. You know, I mean, it's absolutely amazing.
And if you try to talk to us on social media, we promise that we will respond and talk to you.
Yeah, and
I don't
give
know
us
why some
feedback.
bands don't like do
Yeah.
that.
No,
bands
give us
will like
feedback.
think they're better than that than talking to their fans.
We're open to
we
it.
will respond to every single one. So
Yeah.
hit us up.
Definitely, we're open to it.
take
we
you
love
out.
it.
Fans are important.
Yep,
They are
definitely.
important.
Take you out
And
to
I think-
dinner and wine and dine.
I think for like aspiring musicians that are maybe fans of the band or just fans of music in general, I think it's good for aspiring musicians like just keep going, just push because if you don't, then it's just going to end up being a hobby. And if you want it to make a career, then you just really have to try.
Yeah, blood, sweat, and tears, man. You gotta keep going through it.
Put it
Tell
all-
by the beginning of
put
this
it all on the
interview,
table.
You're pretty sweaty.
Yeah. Sweat.
Awesome.
This is
And
the
thank you
sweat part
very
of
much
it.
for having us.
Blood.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I also want to say, like, obviously the fans were very grateful for it, but guys like you too, that are
Yeah,
helping
totally.
support the music scene. I mean, I check out you guys all the time, and I'll find out new bands because of you guys, and I'll go to their shows, and vice versa. Other bands will do the same thing. So obviously, fans we're super grateful for, beyond grateful, and guys like you also that support the music scene, beyond
Thank you
grateful.
for doing what you do.
Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely.
It's called passion.
Yes.
There you go.
We all share it, don't we?
Yes, we do. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.